The true reasons behind the poor sales of American cars in Japan. It is quite unlikely that you will come across an American automobile on a road in Japan. Yet, if you do come across one, there is a robust possibility that it is a Jeep Wrangler. Despite the fact that Japan is still the third largest automotive market in the world, American manufacturers have almost completely given up on selling automobiles in Japan. This is despite the fact that Japanese brands cover the roads and parking lots in the United States. The American Automotive Policy Council, which represents the three largest automobile manufacturers in the United States, General Motors, Ford, and Fiat Chrysler, has also referred to it as unfair. President Donald Trump has also said that it is unfair. However, observers of the industry attribute the glaring disparity to the distinctive characteristics of the Japanese automobile market. Some of these characteristics include the fact that American companies do not really produce automobiles that are suitable for Japanese preferences, the fact that Americans have not invested in a dealership presence in the country, and the fact that many Japanese consumers continue to hold the belief that American automobiles are problematic and inefficient. About 40% of the automobiles that are sold in Japan belong to a distinct category of extra-small automobiles known as kei vehicles. Suzuki and Daihatsu are just two examples of the Japanese companies that sell almost all of those products. Small vehicles that are easy to maneuver on narrow streets or that can fit into short parking spots are preferred by drivers in Japan because of their convenience and efficiency. Japan is a large country with a heavy population. There is a different market and different consumer in Japan, said Kristen Jacek, Vice President of Industry, Labor, and Economics at the Center for Automotive Research. In Japan, there is a different market. Despite the fact that automobiles from the United States are not subject to taxation when entering Japan, American automobiles are not designed to meet the needs of Japanese buyers. We are providing them with our off-cast work, which consists of items that we create for the consumer market in North America and that we hope to eventually sell in other regions. It is estimated that approximately 95% of the automobiles that are driven on Japanese roads are Japanese-made, since Japanese automakers are so skilled at serving their local turf. The remaining balance is comprised of imports, the majority of which are exotic sports cars or luxury automobiles from Europe. Each year, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Volkswagen, and Volkswagen, which includes Audi, all sell tens of thousands of additional automobiles in Japan. In spite of the fact that this is still a relatively insignificant figure in comparison to the whole local market and other big marketplaces, Christopher Richter, an analyst at CLSA located in Tokyo, stated that it is not nothing. According to Richter, American automobile manufacturers don't really try. It was in 2017 that Ford completely left Japan. 2018 saw GM sell only about 700 automobiles in that region. According to what he said, the problem for American companies is that it is difficult to compete with equivalent Japanese vehicles without differentiating themselves in some way. One possible explanation for the success of the Jeep brand manufactured by Fiat Chrysler is that this is the case. Richter notices that the Jeeps he encounters in Japan are almost always Wranglers. This is because the Wrangler is the model that is almost certainly the most representative of the brand and the rough outdoor American lifestyle that it represents. According to Rebecca Lindland, an independent auto expert, the Jeep brand of automobiles has a stunningly powerful reputation in other countries. I would say that Jeep is a dark horse in that race, she added. If you think about some of the most powerful, well-respected, and well-liked brands in that world, I would say that Jeep is a little bit of a dark horse. For the simple reason that American automobiles are too large to fit on Japan's tiny roadways, Japanese automobiles are more popular in Japan. The term kei refers to compact cars, which account for approximately 40% of all automobiles sold in Japan. As a result of the extremely congested and constrained public space in Japan, the Japanese people choose vehicles that are more compact and economical in terms of fuel use than the pickup trucks that are commonly seen in the United States. It is considerably simpler to maneuver them on roads that are narrow or to fit them into parking lots that are small. Right-hand drive is the mode of transportation that is used in Japan, and automobiles drive on the left side of the road. As a result, driving an American car in Japan is extremely problematic due to the fact that all foreign vehicles are left-hand drive. When you drive a vehicle with left-hand drive, it is obviously problematic because locations such as drive-through windows at fast food restaurants and toll gates are designed for vehicles that drive in the right direction. There are a few individuals who favor left-hand driving, although it is quite uncommon. It is common for Japanese individuals to be more concerned about the cost after purchasing a vehicle. Following the purchase of a vehicle, Japanese automobile manufacturers provide excellent customer service by offering extended warranties and maintenance services. The majority of the time, however, when you purchase a vehicle from an American company in Japan, it does not come with any kind of guarantee at all, and it is impossible to locate someone who is capable of maintaining foreign automobiles. Therefore, once there is a problem with their vehicle, the owners are responsible for fixing it. With the exception of those who are passionate about automobiles, the vast majority of Japanese people purchase domestic automobiles. If you were to inform a normal Japanese individual that you are planning to purchase an automobile from the United States, they could respond by saying, "It's going to cost a pretty penny." The unfavorable reputations that have been held about American automobiles in Japan are, without a doubt, out of date. It is a fact, however, that American automobiles are frequently referred to as being of lesser quality, having less customer service, and having poor efficiency. This is not about automobiles, rather it is more about the impact on the environment. Because of the vastness of the landmass, it is impossible for Americans to own automobiles. It is common for every member of a family to have their own automobile, and even high school students require a vehicle in order to travel to and from school. However, when it comes to traveling over great distances, they opt to take airlines rather than railroads. To put that into perspective, things are a little bit different in Japan. It is more convenient and technologically advanced to use public transit. As a result of the fact that it is not actually required to own a car if you live in a large city like Tokyo, it is not uncommon for families in Japan to only have one automobile, and some people even do not have a car at all. Therefore, they do not drive a car, but rather always use public transportation instead of an automobile. Of course, Japan is home to the bullet train, which is a mode of transportation that makes traveling over great distances exceedingly quick and simple. On the other hand, drivers in Japan are required to pay tolls, which may be quite pricey, whereas in the United States, driving on highways is completely free of charge. It is not uncommon for the cost of a few kilometers of driving on the highways to exceed $10, particularly in Toronto. Young people, in particular, are not interested in expensive automobiles. Rather, they are more concerned with the cost and the efficiency of the vehicle. In light of these considerations, Japanese automobiles are more suited to the needs of younger people than American automobiles. In spite of the fact that President Donald Trump has been criticizing Japan's protectionism regarding the automotive industry, his argument is not even close to being relevant. Despite this, German automobile brands continue to enjoy strong sales in Japan. The issue, however, is that there is a significant disparity in the environmental factors and consumer behaviors of Japanese consumers, as well as the fact that American automobile manufacturers never make an effort to adapt to the Japanese consumer culture. Therefore, if they truly want to sell their automobiles in Japan, it is possible that they should export vehicles with right-hand drive, much as Japanese businesses sell automobiles with left-hand drive to the United States by conforming to the culture of the United States. Share your opinions with us in the comments below and subscribe to our channel for more details. Thanks for watching.